morning, Flosstube. My name is Stephanie and I'm the New England Stitcher, and this is my channel all about cross stitch and quilting and any other crafts that I may get sucked into. It has been a while and I am so sorry about all of that. There's just a lot of things that were going on. May was a tough month. There was at school there, I'm a teacher. For those of you who might be new, I'm a teacher. I live in New England with my family. I have a husband and 2 daughters. That's a little something about me. 2 fat cats that drive me super crazy, but they're very good boys. And let's see, like I said, I'm a teacher. I teach computer science and engineering. So like I said, this spring it was a little rough. After Sarah, my friend Sarah and I filmed, there were a lot of cuts and a lot of anger on my part. So I apologize for not being here, but I just wasn't in the right headspace to film and get in touch with you. I was supposed to film last weekend, and then the Thursday night before the 4th of July, there was a big storm. I was supposed to film, or at least I had planned on filming on Saturday, and it didn't turn out that way because we ended up losing power at 5 o'clock on Thursday night. We had hail the size of quarters. It took out power lines, and then so we lost power. It's the internet. I live in the woods, so we get, I know it's crazy, the woods of Rhode Island, but I do, if you've ever been here, I do. But the hail and the winds were so crazy that it ended up taking out a bunch of trees, and power lines were down. I mean, there was one about 2 miles down the road that was on the ground and it was there all 4th of July. The trucks that Rhode Island Energy, apparently they didn't want to pay their workers overtime, so we had no power. We didn't get power back until 3 days later. So super fun. And then my hot water heater went on that Monday. So it's just been like, oh, if you can't win for trying. So I do apologize, and thank you for staying with me, and thank you for those of you who did reach out. But yeah, I'm good. I'm finally good. I'm trying to spend the summer taking care of me. I only now, I did my summer teaching online. So now I just have the quilt shop and I'm working there 3 days. So if you come to New England, please stop by Blackstone Quilting Company and see me. I work every Saturday, and then this summer, Tuesdays and Fridays. So anyway, that's my catch up with y'all. And my daughter, my oldest, she went to Italy for a month, and she did a study abroad, did a history class there. She had a great time. She came back, just had this weekend. I was supposed to film this Saturday, but we had 4 college kids and my younger daughter and her boyfriend. So there were 6 kids that hung out the whole weekend. Well, the boyfriend did not stay over, but my oldest daughter's friends did. They all had a great time. So now everybody's gone home. My daughters are working and the house is quiet, except for I'm in the basement, so you can probably hear the hot water heater that's working in the background. But anyway, I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I missed you so much. This is truly my happy place. And I have a lot to show you, and probably some stuff that I forgot because it has been so long. I will try to make sure that I insert pictures of finishes, because some finishes have been given away. So let's start with finishes. So I finished Lily, and I fully finished Lily. So this is the Stacy Nash animal cracker, and here's the back, and I made it into a pocket. So what are my plans for these? My plans for these are to be toys-ish for my future grandchildren that do not exist and have, not anywhere in the future yet. But the plan is to keep them in a little shaker box and then have the grandkids when they are not teething or, I know the button, some of you are going to say, the buttons are not good. Yes, I know. They will not play with these until they're at an age that they know not to eat buttons and stick things in their mouth. Like, I don't want them gnawing on Lily. But I thought it might be fun for them to, you know, write, like I could put a little note on the back, and we could have, like, you know, like I can envision like like playing little characters with them. I know I love to play with dolls, even paper dolls. For those of you who are my age or older, you know all about paper dolls. I loved those, and I played those with my great gram. So that's what I envision the animal crackers becoming. My next one I have not started, but I do have plans for is Millie. And my thoughts on Millie, oh my gosh guys, I'm so excited. I have old spools, and I'm thinking I'm going to try to make her like a pole. You know how Lily is Millie, sorry, this is Lily. Millie is the elephant, and I thought it'd be really fun if I had her on some old wooden spools, and I can come up with a way to like have like a little leash, and then they could, you know, pull her and be a pull toy. Again, bigger grandkids, not babies. So this is the finish, and I am so happy that she is done. I did swap out some colors. This is Ocean, something Ocean. It's a Gentle Arts, and then the darker blue is Brethren Blue, and the green, I don't know. If you want it, just let me know. Somebody has actually asked me, and I sent it to them, but I don't have my card here. So that's Lily. That's one finish. Another finish is Brenda Gervais. This was her Liberty. I started this with my friend Beth, and I think Brandy also from B&E Stitchery. I think she started it with us. This was the Liberty, the new one from Market that Brenda released. I only did half of it because the eagle, which is on this side right here, I'm going to do that. It's still kitted up, and you'll see that in my plans, but I'm going to do the eagle. It's I think it's an octagon shaped, but I'm just going to do it on the top of a drum because I thought that would be really pretty. I did sub out the colors of the house. If you are interested in those, just let me know. I will happily actually, you know what, while I'm here, let me find it. Oh good, it's right on the top. All right, so this was my Whip-A-Keeper that I made for this particular style in very old fabric. Vashti from the attic commented, and she was like, ooh, you pulled out the old stuff, because I did. This is, I think it's from 2019. So this is some very old fabric, but I still love her. So it was Liberty, and that was Brenda's pattern. And so the eagle right there, that's going to be the top of a drum. And then I was thinking about taking the small Quakers, or parts of the Quakers, and doing them along the bottom of the drum. So that's a possibility. Oh, this was stitched on 36 count Heroic by Picture This Plus. Now, what did I swap out from my house? My house is Cottage Blue. That's the color of the house that I changed it to. Oops, sorry. Gotta get in the camera, Stephanie. Whew, a little out of practice, guys. It's not like riding a bike. Wait till the editing. Oh my gosh. So anyway, that is my keeper and my project. This is what it looks like on the inside. See, threads are still there. This is a little tomato charm that I scissor fob that my friend Rhode Island Deb gave me, and this is from Lori Holt. That's one of Lori's patriotic charms. So that is that, and that is, I am hoping to start that. I have a couple of other things I'm trying to finish first, but that is a start that I want to get done this year. And it's just the eagle. It's not going to take that long. Let's see, another finish. So I just went to Stitch Maine 2 weeks ago, and I was fortunate enough to be asked to be a vendor. I and I participated in the smalls exchange, and I have my smalls, which I will show in a minute. But my friend Emma from B&E Stitchery, Emma got this as her smalls exchange, and if you haven't watched their latest video, you should go check it out, because Emma shows hers, and hers was stitched by our friend Joanne. If you're ever lucky enough to get a Joanne stitch, she is an incredible stitcher, and they're beautiful. So I was very inspired by. I went immediately back to the table and purchased the PDFs from Little Robin Designs, but it's her smalls, and this is the Liberty. So I stitched this on 40 count, and I used a dinky dye silk that I had. I finished it with this tilde on the background, and then this is just the trim. So I have tilde on the back. Tilde's a fabric designer that many floss tubers love. I also love her. But anyway, this, I actually was a monogamous stitcher. I got back from the retreat and I just started stitching her because I had to have her. I had to have it immediately. Oh my Lord, just knocked over everything. Excuse me. Okay, so while we're on the subject of the smalls exchange from the Stitch Main retreat, I need to show you what I chose. So it was in this patriotic bag, and I can't find it right now because my pile is a mess, and I'm sure I will maybe at some point in this video, but it was in a patriotic flag bag, and I saw it, and then after I opened it, Emma was like, "Oh, I really wanted that one." And I was like, "Oh," I felt bad because if you remember from the last retreat at the Library Stitchers, Brandy and I were fighting over Joanne's bag. So I felt so bad about that I offered it to Emma, and she was like, "Oh, no," but she ended up getting the Liberty, which was gorgeous. I ended up getting this. I have a picture, so I will insert it. And I'm sorry, I think her name's Marianne, maybe. But I love it. It's amazing. How cute is this? This is a great little finish of a flag. And then there's this star. I mean, look at that, guys. To finish on the star, if you know math, like, she did an awesome job with her finishing. So well done. So I have them on display for the 4th. I'm getting ready to switch to bees right now. So I probably won't bring these things back upstairs, but yeah, I usually do May, so Memorial Day, May, until mid-July is all patriotic, and then I switch over to bees and sunflowers. So that is that. Okay, so I do have some other finishes of things that I have made. I was inspired by Java Girl Stitches. This was two videos ago. Christy showed a tray that she and her friend Anna had done doing these spools this way, and then she linked the lady who came up with this. I went to that link, and she also had these, and I recreated these, and I actually recreated a bunch of them and sold them at the library, at Stitch Main, but I kept a set for me because I just think they're the cutest things ever. And the girls at the quilt shop loved them, so we're probably going to do a class on these to get ready for the biquincentennial. So at the quilt shop, we'll probably have a class to make these, but these were super easy, super fun. And I just think they're the cutest things ever. So there's that. I also made these little patriotic pillows, just as a dough bowl filler, very, very easy. I appliqued I stitched it first, yeah, so applique, and then I made the pillow, and then I stuffed it, and then I pinked it because I love the roughness of a pinking. Also on display, this is, I don't know if I posted it just to my friends group or if I posted it to Instagram, and I'm sorry if I haven't shown you this and you're like, "Oh, I would love to make those." You can. This is probably going to be a class also at the quilt shop. And then this is how I have it displayed in front of my TV. You know, my husband just loves when I display things in front of the television. I'm sorry, it's like flopping over. So here is how I have it like in front of the TV, right there. And these pillows, I have a star template that I created, or I made. And then I had, I just used one of those little, the light bulb pins, some hair, one of the light bulb pins to attach a bow. And yeah. And then I tea dyed this white on white star fabric so that it was a little bit grungy. I felt like Sarah, because my friend Sarah is a great dyer of fabrics. I am not. She is. So anyway, that's how I styled it. I did bring it to the shop until right before the 4th of July, and then I took it home so I could have it in my kitchen for decorations. I mean, not in the kitchen, in front of the TV for decorations. I have an open concept plan in my house, so the kitchen, dining room, living room is all like the same space. Okay, what else? What else is a finish? Well, if you look behind me, I've actually finished this row of the swoon quilt that I've been working on using the Tilda Creating Memories line. So this is my winter, this is spring, and then summer is coming. I actually have summer over there. It is all pressed, not cut, but it's all pressed. So it took me about 4 hours once I had everything cut to make. So it's about an hour per block. I could do it faster if I were piecing it, but I'm really trying to slow down. I know it probably doesn't seem like that with how I speak, but I really am trying to slow down and enjoy my stitching and the process. There are 2 more blocks that you can't see. I went to sewing on Thursday night with Sarah, my friend, from work, and I was using Betty, and I was sewing. I'm working on this pattern called Same Sky. Once I get 1 block finished, I will, I have 2 blocks, but like they make those 2, let me start again. There are, to make 1 block, they're about this size, just a little bit smaller than this, but I have these, I would have 2 of them done, and I need to get the other 2 so you could really start to see what the quilt is going to look like. I have another quilt that I finished. Hold on. Okay, so here is the other quilt. Here's the other quilt that I finished yesterday. It is a panel, and I will show you what it looks like. It is so cute, but I did finish this. This is going to be a shop model at the quilt store. So the quilt that I was working on, I'm going to insert a picture that I made my husband take yesterday, when I finished it, so that I had it to send to the girls. But here's what it looks like. And when I get to work on tomorrow, I will finish cutting these up into quilt kits. So if you're interested, you'll have to go check out Blackstone Quilting Company. Just so you know, for time, it took me to cut, press, sew. It took me 6 hours to get this all done. That includes lunch, but yeah. So that was a good one. All right. So those are finishes. Now it's time for whips, and there's a lot. So I'm just going to reach over to the top and just start piling, and we'll see. This is the pattern from Silver Creek Samplers, Dragonfly Dreams. I scanned it because I like to write all over things, but that's what it looks like. May dragonflies with your wings of blue make all your hopes and dreams come true. This was the birthday style for my friend Beth and Nisi. They both have the same birthday in May, And here is the progress that I completed. This fabric is fabrics by my friend Sarah that she dyed and was gifted at the Library Stitchers, and I just love all that modeling. So it is a 18 count, and what was her name? Something T. Novelty. Yep. So that's Sarah's, that's my friend Sarah's fabric. So that is number 1 whip. I was working on this over the weekend when the kids were downstairs watching movies and being loud and playing games. I went upstairs and I stitched on this. So this is definitely going to be a start and whip since I last saw you, because I had finished the spring. So this, no, I finished summer, Bluebird Summer. This is the fall one, the Fall Courier Series by Robin Pickens. And I am stitching this on Grandpa's Sleeve by XJU. I think it's XJU Designs. I will look at the card. I'm using all the called for. Yeah, it's 32 count. All the called for colors, and that is how far I've gotten. I'm not sure where my friend Emma is. This is her last one because she already finished the cardinal. So this is her last one. I'm so jealous that she's all done, but that's okay. I'm keeping up. I'm keeping up to date. So I started this on the summer solstice. No, is that right? Yes. Yes, I started it on the summer solstice. La la la. It's a blur. It was in June 21st, I think I started it. Because we're starting it so that we have it. We're stitching it the season before. Yes, Stephanie. So I will start the cardinal during the autumnal equinox. My Lanta, it's a Hot Mess Express. Hang in there, guys. I'm sorry. I will get it back. I promise. Just stay with me. All right. This is, oh, that's not the picture. Here's the picture. This is the Wandering Moose by my friend Erin Elizabeth. Erin has been busy. She's visiting family. I haven't got to see her on Zoom in a little while. I haven't been on Zoom in a little while, but I'm working on this. Well, a little bit. I will get it done. So I'm in the mountains right now, but this is the top of the moose, the antler. And then those are all the called for colors with the dinky dyes that Erin chose. Yeah, and it's on 36 count. I don't know what, because it's a mystery fabric to me. I did just go through and organize all of my fabrics. I have half my craft space. I have half of it cleaned. I have a cutting station. I cleaned all of that, and that was so my husband could help me cut more of the guts for the Whipper Keepers. And I cleaned the table, and I still have to clear the ironing. I have an ironing table. It was our old desk table. It's like 3 feet by 6 feet. And because it's such a large surface, it's great when you have to iron a quilt, but it's also great for collecting crap. And right now, all of my fabric scraps are on there, and it's a little overwhelming. So, but I made progress yesterday. It was nice. He kept me company. And we talked about, he has an extra shelf in the back shed that he's gonna clean out, like bring it out, clean it, paint it, and then we'll put it down here so I can have a space for like the stuff that my finished stuff that I sell at retreats, or if somebody places an order online, I can just quickly go over to it and get it. So, and all the mailing stuff. So yeah, I'm excited about that. This is the next whip. This is the Love and Learning by Emily Call. I started this last year when school got out, and it is stitched on Golden Harvest by Atomic Ranch, and this is how far I've gotten. The Y is there, but it's pretty much like ghosting. I know some people change this color, but I'm gonna keep it. I really enjoyed this stitch. It's nice. It's on a 20 count, so I can take it with me when I have, you know, if I want to do car stitching, I can see it in the car without magnification. Any Ada I can do without magnification, and I can also do a 28 count. If I start to do anything higher than a 28 count without magnification, that's not an Ada. My stitches look like caca. So I definitely need the magnification. I use my Halo Glow portable rechargeable one. This one did not get enough attention. I did stitch on it, but not enough where I feel like you're gonna see a lot of progress. But this is my leap year Sal. I know Chris, the camping stitcher, she's probably already done her, she's probably already finished it, but A Symphony of Friendship is my leap year Sal. And it's crazy, you're like, oh yeah, I've got 4 years. Yeah, well, now I have, I think, I don't know, 2, 3, I don't even know. It's all a blur. But here's what I got done. So this is also stitched on 20 count. And I love that bird. I love how she's coming out. I know that there's some, I think if I just sat and stitched it, I would probably make a lot more progress than like start, stop, because I have to figure out where I've gone, and then there's some mistakes that, and you know, if you make a mistake, I mean, I'm a fudger. If I can fudge it, like the branch, I'm pretty sure I've counted off the branch wrong somewhere. I'm not going to rip it out. I'm going to fudge it to get there because it's a tree. It could be a little funky. But if I forget where the boo-boo is, it's hard to go back and like fix it when it's been, you know, a couple months. So I don't know. Honestly, I just need more time. So, but I am enjoying, like, I am enjoying it. And when I pull it out, I love it. So that's good. I still like it. I promise you, this is not even a full whip parade. This is just like a month and a half. The last time I was on Zoom with my friends, I don't even know when that was, but the last time I did spend a little time doing some fill-in on Live on Little. This has not been a call for me yet on my Boss Me board, but I did stitch on it because I had some good fill-in. It is stitched on 36 count vintage country mocha, and here's what I've got done. So I'm gonna go slow and let you see. So yeah, that's that. I really love this one. I thought about making this my one for June, but I'm not close enough to, you know, finish it. And that's the point of the one for June. But I did focus and finish I finished Lily, one for June. I finished A Gift, one for June. I finished the Liberty, one for June. So I think I finished 3 things with the one for June. Yep. So that's pretty good. Not as good as Shelly from Whips and Sips. She was blasting. She did fabulous. My next whip is Violet's Blue. This is a Blackbird design. I did color convert, and I did promise to give this to somebody, so I'm sorry. I will have to go back and pull the winner. I will announce the winner for this here. So please look up. If you watched the last video and said you wanted my Violet's Blue with all of the called for, you're just gonna get this, but I used the called for colors. Look up so that I can put your name across and you can win it. And just send me your address through email. My email is listed in the description box below. So here is mine. This is a color conversion with Gentle Arts and Color and Cotton. It's stitched on Dove by Color and Cotton, which, oh, this fabric is absolutely gorgeous. It's a 36 count. I love how the rocks in the house are coming along. I'm not sure about the red shutters because I feel like they're a little bright for this house, but it's okay. I'm gonna see where it goes. The shutters are not so big that if I hate it, I can't just rip those out. But yeah, I'm happy with my color choice. It's definitely a happier color palette, and I'm gonna be gifting this to my oldest daughter, whose favorite color is purple. So I'm going to put her name in the spot at the top. So there is that. Oops, sorry. Okay, and this is just another Whipper Keeper. That was my friend Joy. She did that. So cute. Okay. Oh, this is a finish, but it's not fully finished because after talking to the girls, I have come up with a plan. So this is Bluebirds of Happiness by JBW Designs. And what I'm going to do is I still have to stitch this bird right here. And I'm going to put this bird on top. And I'm going to make a, should we say it together? I'm going to make a drum with this Bluebirds of Happiness. I think that's the plan. So this will be on the sides. Or do I just finish it? I don't know. What do you think? Do I put it in a long, skinny frame? Or do I make it into a drum? I don't know. But I did use the Vicky Clayton silks, except I had to replace the one that was called for right here because it was so variegated that when I stitched it, it ghosted and blended in with the belly of the bird. So I don't know. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, folks. So let me know what you think. This was one of my very first Whipper Keepers, where I was trying to figure out what style I like. That's why it looks a little different than my usual. And it's got ties. I was trying to figure out what style I wanted to make, what would work for me best. And it's using the Tomato Teresa Kogut fabric. Okay. This was my birthday start. This is Brenda Gervais, The Rabbit and the Rose, because my birthday is always super close to Easter. This year I felt like the rabbit would be fitting, and I really should have pulled this one out for one for June because it's so close. I have to finish the rose here, and then there's another rose over here, and I think there's maybe a little bit elsewhere, but that's it. It's a small one. So I think I'm going to finish this one as a pillow once it is done. I did all the called for colors. I did get the finishing kit from Farm Girl Dry Goods. And so I just kept the finishing kit inside the Whipper Keeper. I do not know what the color of the fabric is, so, but it was whatever she kitted up. And it's in the Sunflower Whipper Keeper. This one also I should just, you know what, when I finish this video, maybe I should just go stitch, because I could probably finish one of these two. I missed them now. So this is in a Lisa Harvey bag. She's handcrafted by Harvey. She made this for me for my birthday, and it was such an amazing gift. The pattern is an Erin Elizabeth Be Humble. So I really am almost done. I have a huge sheet of fabric though. Come on now there. Dang. Oh, this is Swan Bay Fabrics. This is the color Dark Sanditon, which is awesome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut this. So I have this, oh, ow. I have decided I have to finish the flowers that go here, and then the striping right there. And then the wings need their back stitch. I have decided not to do all the back stitch up here. Though, like, there's flowers and stuff that are back stitched. I've decided not to do them. I'm just going to keep it as the B. So I think that's still my plan. But she is super close to being finished. I did purchase the paddle from Chantel. So I have that to finish it on. So hopefully I can get that done soon. And then, oh, I don't know why, but everybody was stitching Christmas, and it made me feel a little like I should be stitching Christmas. So I pulled this one out, this whip. This is Heart in Hand, Christmas Means More. I'm stitching it on 32 count Sand Dollar by Tropical Stitches. And let me remove the clips. I was actually stitching it last night when all the children went away, went back to their homes. I finally could have my stitching chair back because they were in my stitching chair. So I've got all the words done except for Christmas and the bottom. There's a bottom part that has fill in. So this says Christmas, and then it's got all that fill of the green. And then there's a couple ornaments and decorations that still have to go, but not too much more. I mean, a couple days and I should have it done if I focused on it. I'm going to be honest, I haven't even looked to see what this month's Boss Me are. So it could be one of these that I'm playing with, and I didn't even know. So we'll have to see. I will go look. And this is just in a project bag that I made when I was learning what I liked for project bags. I do like vinyl because I do like to see what's inside. I can just quickly open it up and see. I know a lot of you don't, but that's, you know, everybody has a different preference. This is my very first Como bag. This is a gift from my friend Brandy, and she got it for me, Emma, and Nisi, and it is for our cell. And here is our cell. Let me pull it up. 4th of July rules. I'm gonna be honest, I was during the storm that we had no power, I really couldn't do much. So I was listening to an Audible book, and I was stitching. I also added, you're gonna see, but this is Chris the Camping Stitcher's Patriotic Pals. I know we talked about this before, and I got a little bit of heat from some of you. I was not a fan of the bunny pulling the wagon. Where are you? Right there. That was not my favorite of them, because the bunny just, for me, wasn't very patriotic. But then Chris the Camping Stitcher came out with this dog pulling an eagle in the wagon, and I was like, yes, yes, thank you. I love it. So I took both of those. So Primrose, Lindsay, I hope you don't mind that I did this. And I already texted Chris, and she was fine with me using parts of her design. So, you know, thank you, designers, for your amazing awesomeness. But here's where I've got. So I've got, I will scroll for you. I've got the 4th of July rules. Got the Flag Old Glory, remember and honor the fallen, go to the parade. And what I did for the parade, you can kind of see it. It's a little sparkly. I used the Etoile for the blue and the I know I'm trying to get the little light so you can see it, but I did use the red and white and the blue etoile to get some sparkle in those firecrackers. And then now I'm on go to the fireworks. So I have to do this one, and then there's one more, and then she will be done and I can get it mounted and I can enjoy it next year. So I will be finishing this summer. So maybe I should just be a little bit more monogamous on this and get her done. And that way I will have her done for the biquincentennial and I can enjoy it then. So I think that is, yeah, that's a lot. I have a ton of things kitted up, just waiting to start, but I really think I might need to extend my one for July. I know everybody's doing the 13 patriotics with Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher. I will definitely be stitching patriotic. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do for my projects yet, because so many of you, I've been enabled by so many of you in your whip parades and your purchases that I have a lot of options. Okay, so before we get into my haul, and some of it is not in here because I think I put it away already, but I will do my best. I wanted to share a few things I got from people at the Stitch Maine retreat. People are so incredibly generous and kind. Sarah the Northwood Stitcher, where is her tag? Sarah the Northwood Stitcher. She is awesome. She is just the happiest person I know, and I just adore her. So thank you, Sarah. She passed out this cute little bag with ribbon, and she passed out glue sticks and chenille, which who doesn't need those? That's such a smart idea. Our friend Cheryl, she crocheted these. These are so, there's the front, so stinking cute. These little coasters that are frogs. So I love it. Then table gift, my friend Nisi, she sewed these. These are corner for books, but you can also keep your corner gauge in it. And how cute is her fabric? Nisi did such a great job. She's just getting back into quilting and sewing, so she's doing amazing. And then she gifted me the Because We Stitch corner gauge. Nisi and I, we did a little coordinating on that. She had me make them for her, which was very, very kind. She also included this needle minder. I love a good needle minder. And then she apologized. Like, I was like, girl, you crazy. So it is, I like coffee, cross stitch, and maybe 3 people. And she said to me, she apologized, and she's like, she didn't have any. I can get you a new one that says tea. This is totally fine, because I don't drink coffee, but it's okay. I still drink caffeine. I'm a tea girl. And then Missy from Two Needles Pulling Threads, she gave us these. This was such a smart idea. And she filled it with floss and candy, and how cute, a little ornament and a pattern and a sticker. So thank you so much, Miss. I really appreciate it. Which pattern is it? It's Mystery of the Wanderer Stitch Along. I'm gonna show you. That was so smart, and she gave us the colors that we needed. So that was really nice. Thank you so much. Okay, and then my friend Brandy, I zoomed with her when she was making these, and she was so cute. They came out great, Brandy. You should be very proud of yourself. She was very critical, but we all are very critical of ourselves. She has included Merlot, battleship and picket fence for some patriotic colors. And then she included a package of pony needles, 26 counts, which I love and use. They are probably my favorite. And then it's this cute little, love it, little bag. From the event, we received this beautiful made project bag, and it's by Boulder Valley Stitching. They did it in a patriotic, not super feminine print because there were some gentlemen there, and inside was this main koozie, which is so fun. I had actually we had stopped and got Starbucks, and so this fit the cup perfectly. So there's that. So I had my tea in that. There was also a skein of floss. That's already on a project. I actually added it to my patriotic 4th of July rules. So I needed a third light blue because I couldn't read the pattern apparently. I didn't have the right color. And then when I opened that, I was like, oh, that's perfect. So it's a light blue that I got. And then there was this cute little ruler box. I mean, that is just the cutest thing ever. Adore it. So wonderful job, Penny. That was awesome. I also ordered the Primrose Cottage box. So this was the vessel, the drinking vessel, Stars and Stripes stitching, which I was so thrilled with. Mine is a little wonky, so I ended up buying, it's not on here because my daughters like to use this now. It has a sleeve, so when it doesn't sit completely flat, like you can't really see it, but it's a little wonky. If you put the cup, like the bottom sleeve, it balances it out, and it's great. So there's the vessel, there's the floss, and then the patterns and the stickers. So really quickly, I'm sure you've seen it a million times already. God Bless America. I will totally be stitching this. America, My Home Sweet Home. I have her, I think she called it Liberty Lane. I have that. So I might just do this. I don't know. I haven't decided because I have the Home of the Brave already done. I don't know. I have to decide. And then there's the 1776 that I cannot show you. The sticker collection, and then there's some cute recipes: cookie salad, Grandma Moore's ice cream dessert, macaroni salad, and baked beans. The girls at the quilt shop, they get the box from Moda, and it has like the stuff that's upcoming. They gifted me the mini charm pack of Primitive Gatherings Patriotic, and so I have this pattern, and I'm totally going to make this for next year. It's just a small little wall hanging. And now here's what I purchased. Please don't judge. I actually wore yes, I really do need all of these cross-stitch patterns. That's the shirt that I wore today because, yeah, I bought patterns. Like, I don't need patterns, but I bought them. Anyway, I was influenced on 2 by Brandy. The rest was my own doing. Okay, so there is this United We Stand. I couldn't remember, as Brandy was showing me in her last video, if I bought this, but I was like, I hope I did. So I was watching Brandy and Emma yesterday, and I did purchase it. So I was very happy about that, because if I didn't, I would have been purchasing it. This was the one Brandy showed me, and I was like, yes, do they have more? And it's called Lady Liberty. I have never seen it. I mean, what's not to love? There's, excuse me. What's not to love? There's, it's a drum. There's bunting. There's the flag, and there's Lady Liberty. I mean, it's perfect. Early Christmas Morning. That's an amazing drum. Absolutely amazing. Love everything about it. And this, I won a door prize, and this was what I chose for my door prize, Glass Cloche mini series. I probably won't stitch the whole thing in a cloche, but it's very Charles Dickens, you know, or that's what it reminds me of, with the sleigh and maybe a little Anna Green Gables. I don't know. Okay, here's more of my purchases from Penny. Here we go. Betsy's Tart. Yep, needed it. Had to have it. The Light of Winter. One that I had been looking at forever and never bought, but I just think it's gorgeous. I definitely know I will not be stitching the angels up in the sky. They just, I'm not a fan, but that's just me. I'll have to figure out what else I'm going to put up there. Maybe I'll just add more snowflakes. I don't know. Harvest. Thanksgiving is my very favorite holiday in the entire year. I love it so much, and this will be stitched. Let It Snow. Brenda Gervais. Love this, love this, love this. Okay. Then I made a purchase because, I think it was Jessica Sweetwater. I think she enabled me, or she just showed it what she was doing, and I was like, oh yes. It's one of those that we all have seen a million times, and we've all seen it and gone, oh, I'd like to do that. And then you just don't, I didn't buy the stuff, and then sometimes it's hard to find them. So I went on to Traditional Stitches. I think that's the company. I'm looking at their thingy right now. It's in Canada. They're Canadian. Yep, Traditional Stitches. They're in Alberta. And I've ordered from them before, and they're awesome. Lessons in Abecedarian. Summer Schoolhouse. You know it. ABC. So this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I remember when Tiger Lily Designs, when she was doing it, and she switched the people so that they were kind of looking at each other. So she put the people in different spots so that the guy was looking at the girl. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do these. I am not sure when, because, you know, who knows when, but now I have them, and I don't have to worry about not having them when I do want to start them. So yeah, that's my haul. That's my finishes, my starts, my whips. So please make sure, if you were the winner, I'll put it here again. If you were the winner of the Violets Blue, I will put you here so that I can get that to you. Make sure you email me. But yes, I hope to be back next week, and hopefully I can do this weekly this summer. I don't know, we'll see. It depends on how long it takes me to edit this video. But I hope you are enjoying your video. I hope you're enjoying your summer. I hope you're finding time for yourself to rest, relax, rejuvenate, stitch, do what makes you happy, and I will see you next time, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.